I'm Charlotte Regan and my BAFTA breakthrough project was Scrapper. It is about a young girl who's kind of raising herself with her best mate, Ali.
We were just making sure that all of these bikes were road safe. Oh, yours isn't, by the way.
I suppose it's trying to be like a joyful look at working class life. Molly, my DP, is one of my best friends. Eleanor, my production designer, I've known since I was 12, so it was a really rare project in that we were all like so collaborative and open to getting involved in each other's roles. The most challenging aspect of making Scrapper was probably the edit process, or just like constantly having to come to a project with a new energy so that you can kind of reinvent and keep finding a love for it. You know, it was like a 3-year process all in all with the writing, so it's a long haul. Our 2 leads were like an 11 and a 13-year-old who had never acted before, and when you have streetcast kids like that, they just like bring such a different energy to set, you know? Change your lens and they're like, oh my God, you've changed the lens, that's so exciting. So it kind of makes you and the crew like realize you're doing a pretty fun job, you know, and not saving lives. My biggest lesson making Scrapper, I think, was just like how important all your HODs are, or every member of the crew really, like how much you kind of rely on them throughout the process, especially when you're making a first feature which is like so personal. It feels like such a like mad, vulnerable experience. When it was done and it started playing in places or whatever, I will just go on Letterboxd and read the 1-star reviews. I don't read any of the positive ones, so I'm terrible for like, what have we done, because we've got a 1-star here. I started making like rap videos when I was about 15 for my mates, and I kind of loved the energy of being on set and creating and like often filming quite bad footage but then having to figure it out in the edit. I love the different stages and I love like the puzzle of filmmaking, I guess. I think when you come from a working class background in particular and then you go into a meeting or a room and it is like entirely people that you have not interacted with growing up, I suppose, then I kind of sit there and just feel like I don't deserve to be there, and that's a problem me and a lot of my friends grapple with for sure. BAFTA is one of those things that you kind of aspire to always, and you see it as like the peak of your career is being involved with something like BAFTA. Being selected is incredible, you know, so many people I've admired have been a part of it in the past, so it just feels amazing to be with like such an incredible group, and it's one of those things that like helps you further feel like you kind of belong in this space, or you like have something to say or stories to tell.